Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Turnover MMA. I am your host, Dresdan Moore, aka fucking Drizza, Vinky, all these other aliases I go by within the music world. But today we're here to talk about mixed martial arts, and I'm here with my homie Cody Comeaux, a former high school wrestler, very, very good, if I remember correctly. And we're here really just to share some MMA news and shit, give our opinions on certain fights, and go over stuff that needs to be going over.
Yes, indeed.
But there's only one problem. There's nothing fucking happening.
Yeah,
There's literally no news to talk about other than that Tony and Khabib is probably not going to happen, and that hurts. And
let's everybody knock on wood one time.
Yeah, we need Tony and Khabib. That's so whack. That's so whack. But apparently, I think Conor McGregor's coach stepped up and said, hey, what if we fight Tony instead of Khabib? That fight would be insane. And shit, if that ever does happen,
yes,
McNuggets, you fucking piece of shit.
I'm not gonna beat your ass. I will.
But anyway, so today we decided to do a little fight commentary, or not really fight commentary. What's it called? Fight companion, which is where we watch an old pay-per-view or old show, and hopefully viewers at home can follow along if you have UFC Fight Pass. We're gonna give you a countdown and everything, just in case you do have Fight Pass and want to watch along with us. But today we decided, fuck it. I was looking through Topology. I was like, man, what are some of the greatest MMA events ever? And I saw the TUF 1 finale. And we got on fucking UFC Fight Pass and we saw fucking Josh Koscheck on the thumbnail. And I was like, oh, bro, yeah, we got to do it. We got to do it for GSP and getting motorboated. But anyway, so, Cody, you want to give the countdown?
Yes. All right, if you guys have UFC Fight Pass or any other streaming services that allows you to follow along with us, we will be kicking this thing off in 3, 2, 1, and we are a go.
Yeah. So this was the show. This was the show that basically saved the UFC. They were in like the negatives.
Yes.
Within their bank account before this show happened. Like, the crazy thing was, this was 2006?
Yeah.
No, this was 2005.
That's Kenny Florian.
Yeah, look at Kenny Florian, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Dude. But, so, this was 2005. Oh, Diego Sanchez.
He's got a fat
baby
face.
Dude, I'm totally nostalgic.
This is bringing back the feels.
Yeah, nostalgic as fuck.
Oh my god.
We used to stay up late with nobody, really, because I used to watch professional wrestling as a kid all the time. So I'd stay up late randomly, and some nights after, like Raw was over or something like that.
Thursday or some random night. And
yeah.
You see this thing come
on
Spike TV.
Go on Spike TV, yeah. Or you watch TNA Impact, and I think this was right after.
This is always after.
And you go to Spike TV and you fucking watch The Ultimate Fighter, and it was just one of the greatest reality shows of all time. I mean, in my opinion, this first season probably rivals any reality show. The Real World, it doesn't matter what it is. But this show single-handedly really saved the UFC. And saved their ass, because this was 2005. So whenever look at Ken Shamrock.
Dude.
Was this Tito and this was Liddell and Couture. Yeah.
Two legends.
But anyway, what happened with this show, the reason this show got so big was because, people were watching it while it was happening. They were like, oh, man, these fights are good, And so they would get on the phone, dial up their homie, call their homie, and say, hey, turn it on this channel. Turn it on this channel. They didn't have, or they would text them on their cell phone, like their Motorola Razr or something.
Watch parties, anything you could think of, man, that this brought in.
Yeah, there was
brought in so many more viewers.
There was really no social media that the entire world was using at the time.
Yeah.
So nobody really knew about this because of the internet as much as they knew about it because they saw it from TV.
Diego.
Yeah, look at Diego Sanchez, bro. What was that fucking fight he had against Michelle Pereira, bro?
When he was doing this force field thing?
He's like, I'm gonna hold him back. He's gonna be. Look at bald Forrest Griffin. Look at Stephen Bonnar. Stephen Bonnar? Is it Stephen or Stephen?
Stephen.
I say Stephen Bonnar.
I go with Stephen. Stephen Bonnar, yeah.
Dude, look at him. Rich Franklin, dude. Rich was a beast.
He's a dog too.
Rich was the best middleweight in the world at the time. Well, other than Vanderlei Silva. Vanderlei was killing it in Pride.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at Ken Shamrock. Tito! He still got his ass whipped by Tito 3 times. But it's cool.
He did.
It's cool. Still,
I will beat you into the living death.
beat you into the living death.
He fucking
He kicks the chair. He kicks the chair. And Dana White catches the chair like he's some kind of ninja or something.
Live. Could not take him serious.
Live from the Cox Pavilion, the Ultimate Fighter finale. Las Vegas, Nevada, bro. 2005. I was 5 years old, bro. This shit, brings back so many memories. Look at young Dana.
Dude,
Look at young Dana, man. He was still balding.
Man. Wow.
He still had his top hair, mostly. Oh, fuck. Mike Goldberg. Dude, Mike Goldberg had been commentating at this time for the UFC since 1997.
Yeah, he was the man.
He was the man. Him and Joe is one of the best commentary teams of all time. Him and Joe, and then dude, I love Cormier Joe and oh boy, I forget his name.
Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, dude, Dominic Cruz is a great announcer. Yeah, look at Joe.
Fear Factor Joe Rogan.
Dude, Joe has hair.
Hell
He's got a nice beard right here.
Yeah.
It looks well groomed. He doesn't have liver spots all over his hands. His hands don't look absolutely disgusting. Look at Josh Koscheck. Look at Diego. Oh, drunk Diego. Chris Levin.
Yeah.
Wow.
This thing had some dogs on it.
Oh, this was one of the, this is probably the best Ultimate Fighter.
That's crazy to think. Like, if you took Ultimate Fighter now, season 1, and like tried to revamp it and took people in today, like, what would the difference in competition be? I think it would be better. You think people would be as tough as they were back then? Like,
the cool thing,
I'm telling you, like, you looking at it back from now to then, they didn't know where their careers were gonna take off, but like,
no, not at all.
I'm not lying to you. Almost everybody on this cast is a damn stud. Like,
yeah, literally almost all of them.
Like, it's crazy.
This was probably the best Ultimate Fighter cast, like, easily.
Yeah.
I mean, they had really good ones later on, but
yeah, for sure.
But this one was crazy.
This was a wonderful way to kick off something.
Yeah, this was a lot of people's first exposure to the UFC.
To MMA, yeah.
This is the only way that they would see any MMA, like, was just through the Ultimate Fighter.
And surf around for Spike, and hopefully it pops up.
Yeah, dude, that's just crazy though. I stumbled upon the UFC by chance. As a kid, and I didn't exactly like it when I was a kid, but as I got older, I started to appreciate it more. Cause I always used to be, when I was little, when I was like 5, 6, 7, I was always a pro wrestling fan.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think it was fake, but I knew these MMA fans, these fucking MMA fans, were calling it fake all the time, and I was like, I fucking hate y'all, but. Nah, dude, no. I think you can find a good medium between both sports, even though, I mean, you know, WWE and all that stuff is really sports entertainment.
Oh, of course.
But there's definitely some legitimacy about pro wrestling, and that's the part that I liked. Like,
there's definitely an athleticism involved.
The shit that looked crazy and real and hurtful is the kind of shit I like. Like, I like to see roundhouse kicks. I'd like to see, you know, stiff punches and forearms and stuff.
Jeff Hardy flying 20 feet, you know, all that.
And so when I started watching MMA, it was just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like, really what got me into MMA was the Ultimate Fighter, and I was so hyped. Like, the shit was so cool back in the gap. Yeah. But my main thing that really got me back into it, because I wasn't into it for a while, when through my teenage years, was Pride. I started watching Pride clips, you know, like Kazushi Sakuraba, and shit, and that's what really got me into MMA. Was just like, wow, like, these people can really look at this shit.
Yeah, dude.
But I was like, wow, these people can really do this. Like, Sakuraba did a cartwheel into I think Renzo Gracie's side control. Like, it was crazy. Look at fucking Liddell and Tito. But
also 2 dogs on the trade.
2 dogs, bro. Look at there's Diego making some kind of drink, and there's Stephen Bonnar talking to him. Look at Diego. That's just Diego Entertainment, baby.
The way they fucked with each other, man.
I know.
It was so funny. Like it was a really good show. It offered the perfect balance.
Oh man, who was throwing up?
It looked like Chris Lieben.
Yeah, it was Lieben. That was disgusting. Man, Lieben had a fucking war with Yoshi.
There's no way MTV's The Challenge was out before this. No, there's no way.
I think they came out around the same time, but I think The Challenge came out a couple months after this.
Yeah, it's very similar vibes, but like, man, if y'all like MTV stuff, this is The Challenge with elbows, shins to the face, you name it.
Fighting, bro. Knockouts. Do that Uriah Hall knockout, that spinning back kick. Sit this. Alright, so in a later season of The Ultimate Fighter, if you don't know what we're talking about, Uriah Hall, fucking famous middleweight, he got pushed a little too soon, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But Uriah Hall is still great. He's just a phenomenal fighter. In, I think, one of his first fights on The Ultimate Fighter, with one of the amateur fights, he spinning back kick knocked out a homie, like right in the face.
Zombified.
Homie was on the ground just twitching, and he had to go to the hospital. He had
just
a seizure.
Look up Uriah Hall spinning kick knockout.
Yeah,
and you'll instantly
ridiculous.
see what we're talking about.
But man, look at Josh Koscheck being a fool. Diego. That's just Diego Entertainment.
Diego Entertainment.
Can we see some? No.
They're all clowns, man.
I know. Every single one of these guys. Dude, Chris Lieben breaking a door. Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
He was angry, bro. He was something serious. He had such a war. One of my favorite fights ever with Yoshihiro Akiyama. The Sexyama fight. You ever seen it?
I can't say that I have, but
dude, it was nasty. They were throwing bombs. It was so nice.
That dude does not stop. Like, yeah, at least he,
Him and Koscheck fucking mouthing off at each other. Of course, that's two volatile personalities. Josh Koscheck, fucking asshole. But
the troll king.
Yeah, the troll.
He just lives to do that.
He literally never said anything that was he never said anything that was clever. Like, he wasn't a good trash talker by any means.
He was just trying to troll.
He was
he was just in it for the memes.
Like, back then, people don't realize it, but nobody was shit talking other than like Shamrock and Tito and Liddell and Ortiz.
Yeah, the big guys.
Yeah, like literally Tito was like the only shit talker basally.
Yeah.
Well,
Chael Sonnen.
Chael came on later on though. Chael
coming up.
Yeah, Chael in 2005 was still in the not regional circuit, but definitely more.
He wasn't pro. Big time.
He wasn't big time pro. Definitely, it wasn't in the UFC. It wasn't in Pride. Pride and the UFC were the two biggest organizations.
That's what gets your name out there. Honestly, that's.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of really good people were in Pancrase at this time too. Fucking Carlos Condit was in Pancrase. Yuki Kondo. Josh Barnett wasn't. Well, Josh Barnett went to Pride after that. But
Carlos Newton.
Newton.
He flopped around between them.
Dude, Carlos Newton was a dog too. Carlos Newton was really good.
He's a freak of nature, bro.
Yeah, but he got fucking slammed by Matt Hughes, bro. Matt Hughes was out cold though when he slammed him. The only reason that he slammed him was because he was knocked the fuck out. Wow, great, dude. Yeah, shout out that era of UFC when they had big ass stages and shit.
Yeah,
the fireworks and stuff, man. A lot of people, nowadays, especially in documentaries and stuff, kind of talk shit about that era. But yeah, like it wasn't the best.
Breed.
It wasn't the best, but it was what I grew up with. It was what I saw.
Definitely a different breed. This was before a bunch of stuff happened.
Yeah, it's before USADA. This is before the Reebok deal.
Oh, dude, I'm talking world events. Like, people were just different back then.
Yeah, definitely. Everything was very different.
It was very crazy, very, So it was really awesome when you could just flip on your TV and bam, you get to watch this. Like, oh my god.
If they had something similar to this, but on Netflix now.
Dude, it would blow up.
It would blow up.
I'm telling you it would blow up.
Like, they still have Ultimate Fighters. Like Ultimate Fighter seasons now.
They still do them.
But it's not as important.
Because nobody has, their cable TVs, or they all switched to just TV streaming.
It's not even, it's only on Fight Pass, I think, now.
Yeah.
Which, I think, dude, say this. Alright, Put Dana White's Contender Series on YouTube.
Okay.
Boom.
Yes.
Perfect. Ad revenue, everything's good. Put The Ultimate Fighter on Netflix. And
Boom.
you've got like...
You got so many more people just making a Netflix subscription just to watch that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And then, dude, YouTube... Dude, Dana White's Contender Series, that would be insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine just... Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday. Let me go on YouTube. Watch this live
Yeah.
real quick. Like, that would be so awesome. Dana White, do it. Please.
Do it.
Please.
Just
Look at Randy, man. Randy was... Whew. Randy Couture, bro.
dude, him coming out of retirement, 43 years old, to fight Tim Sylvia.
Dude, totally
Dude.
fucked Tim Sylvia up.
Dude, oh my gosh. Tim Sylvia, you gotta understand, at least 10 years younger than him, and
Here's
way more in his prime than Mr. Couture.
You know what I
Damn.
think is like a super fight that I've been thinking about for so long.
What's that?
Think about this. Chuck Liddell, prime Chuck Liddell.
Okay.
Or maybe 2007 Chuck Liddell, either way.
Ooh.
Like, Chuck Liddell, like, kind of a little bit getting past his prime, but still there, you know? Because
Yeah.
that's when this fight would happen realistically.
The Iceman, Chuck Liddell.
Alright, so Chuck Liddell versus, at light heavyweight versus Dan Henderson at light heavyweight.
Dude, you mean to tell me they never matched up?
I don't think they ever fought, no.
Man, oh my god, that's
if
crazy.
if they would have fought, I definitely would know about it.
Yeah, that would be. That's a
It-
no-brainer.
That could have happened because Pride and the UFC had their merger in 2007, and Dan Henderson was the welterweight and middleweight champ in Pride,
yeah.
and middleweight was just like heavyweight.
Yeah, dude, that would have been a no-brainer fight to make.
Oh yeah, def.
Diego.
So right here they're showing highlights of Diego Sanchez's fight with Josh Koscheck. Right here they're just kind of going over everything that's happened in this series so far.
Yeah,
There-
season 1.
There's just some oh, look at those knees. Is that
Nasty
Forrest?
knees being dropped.
Is that who is that?
It did look like Forrest Griffin.
Oh, look at Big John. I miss Big John. Big John McCarthy. I always love. Oh, look at that triangle.
God damn,
That was it was triangle
nice.
armbar. That was beautiful. Stephen Bonnar. That great jiu-jitsu.
Classic.
Ooh, Kenny Florian versus Diego Sanchez. And then we got Stephen Bonnar and Forrest Griffin at light heavyweight.
Oh, oof.
Rich Franklin versus Ken Shamrock. Wow. This card is kind of nasty.
Stacked, bro.
This card's nasty.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you just took an Ultimate Fighter from then and tried to do an Ultimate Fighter now, man.
Yeah, it would
Like,
be.
I don't know what the competition's
They would have to
gap. That's where they were a gap. I don't know what the gap would be like.
The thing is later on in the shows, they kind of started picking poo-poo ass coaches. Like, Rampage Jackson was not a good coach.
Yeah.
He was a great fighter,
Titties.
but he was not a
Man,
good.
titties.
He was not a good coach for his team.
Nah.
So, he would always berate them and whatnot. But I think Chuck and Randy were perfect, absolutely perfect. And then they fought later on, in their with their didn't they have a trilogy, Randy and Chuck?
Who?
No, I think they just had two
I think
fights.
they must maybe two. Definitely a trilogy with him and Tito, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Why the fuck did they fight that third time, man?
I don't know, man. Just because.
The
people,
Oscar De La Hoya money.
Right. People like them bickering so much, man. That was.
Yeah. Fucking 2007 or 2000. That happened last year.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean,
Why?
19.
2019. I thought 17, but no. Yeah, and Chuck got knocked the fuck out.
I think it was
Shout out Chuck Liddell though.
Of course.
Please stop fighting.
Yes.
We love you to death. We don't want to see you get hurt.
Tito, man, he choked out. He submitted Chael Sonnen. I think it was a year or two ago.
Bellator?
It was in Bellator.
Was that whenever he did the stupid fucking lion and gazelle thing?
Oh man,
He's
I
like-
think so. Dude, I think
Like
so
a
too.
lion and a gazelle, like in the forest. This is exactly how Tito Ortiz thought. In the forest with a lion and a gazelle. And then Chael Sonnen was like, "What the fuck? Conceive, achieve, believe. Shut the fuck up."
Man, yes. That also, man, MMA was it for trash talk. They got some of the funniest trash talk.
Oh, some of the best trash talk ever, dude. Man,
What we got
here
here?
we go. The middleweight final. Diego Sanchez at middleweight though. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Versus Kenny Florian. Remember Diego and Gilbert Melendez? Remember that fight?
Dude, Gilbert Melendez was like, I feel like he was always, that's crazy, dude.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Rest in peace to him, by the way.
Big rip.
But, yeah, man, that's crazy. Like, Diego at middleweight, fucking,
Kenny Florian still
Gilbert
fighting.
Melendez. Like, I think Gilbert was, always.
Gilbert was.
It was weird. Like, he never. I think he did get one shot, maybe.
Are you talking about the UFC title? Gilbert, at this time, I think he was in Pride.
Yeah.
And he was
putting on
great fights, and then he went
Absolutely.
to Strikeforce and had his great success
That's
with
what it was.
the Scrap Pack and Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz, and oh, dude, his trilogy with Josh Thompson is the best trilogy in MMA history. It's one of the greatest fucking trilogies I've ever seen. I'll put it on I'll put it on my mama that's the best trilogy ever. Cause dude, him and Josh just threw down for 3 fights straight. It was the greatest thing. And Gilbert won the Strikeforce. What was he? Was he lightweight? He was a lightweight champion. He was number 1 lightweight in the world at the time, I think.
Yeah, dude.
And
I'm telling you, Gilbert Melendez was a dog. Like it was a really strange case when he got into UFC.
Yeah, because he fought Diego. They had that badass fight where Diego was pounding on his chest, and he was like, "Let's go!" And they were throwing down,
man.
That fight was just an absolute war. I remember watching that being like, "Oh my God, Diego's a savage." Diego is he's a fucking warrior, man. He's a conquistador.
Yes, man. Diego Sanchez. Shout-outs to him making his UFC Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
really awesome.
I hope he switches his fucking coach. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Please, Diego, your coach is some kind of fucking brainwashing cult leader.
Force field.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. With his age, man, this might be his last good chance.
He said
a good run.
He said that him taking that DQ win was a veteran move.
Calculated play.
It's a veteran move. I planned that the whole time. He was going to throw that illegal knee. I knew it.
200 IQ.
Did you hear what his coach was saying? His coach was going. Hey, it was like flow like a butterfly. He was going now be Mike Tyson. Be Mike Tyson. He was like saying like, and then he said some shit like be in the shadows.
Be in the shadows. Be in the shadows.
It's like, what the fuck did he mean?
Man.
When you think Diego Sanchez versus Michel Pereira, you think, wow, this is gonna be insane. But it was totally a dud.
Yeah.
Michel Pereira's kind of getting a bad rap right now in the UFC.
The fight should be redone with. It should just be completely everything redone over there.
Yeah, I think Michel doesn't even need to fight Diego. I think he needs to fight somebody else. Because Michel Pereira is a great talent, and Michel Pereira's just not being, he
made it known enough.
Yeah, he lost his second fight because he gassed out doing flips. But in this Diego fight, he was conserving his energy, and it was obvious that he's fucking doing his shit correctly. And so, yeah, it just sucks that the fight ended that way. I hope they keep Michel Pereira in the UFC because he's very exciting. And that his first fight was that fucking flying knee, and then he punched the guy in the face. The guy was knocked the shit out, bro.
Yeah, man, it's a hype. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was a hype, but that was definitely hype worthy. And so now it's, I think, up to the UFC's job to keep on that same train. Otherwise, other people are not gonna know Michel Pereira.
Yeah, they're gonna lose a good fighter. Hopefully they don't. Man, Diego and Kenny talking right now. They're showing their hype package. They just showed Diego getting some fucking acupuncture.
Oh yeah, the rods.
Yeah, and I don't know what time we're specifically at right now, but it's cool. It's whatever. Yeah. Well, we'll pause it a little later just in case, just for people who are watching. Man, look at this.
There we go. Our tail on the tape. On Spike TV.
Dude, if you watch the old UFCs, like from UFC, I think from like 97 to about 2001, every UFC fighter had the same theme, and it was that.
Dude, the games, bro. UFC Undisputed, bro.
Dude, Undisputed 3 with Pride was the best fucking UFC game.
Dog.
Easily. Easily, man.
I had the 2009 one.
That one with Brock Lesnar on the cover?
Yeah.
Yep, that one was amazing.
Yeah, I would go on there and Keith Jardine, man.
Oh, yeah.
Keith the Dean of Mean.
I would always use Vanderlei. Vanderlei was my boy.
Too.
It's the UFC Undisputed 3 because it was middleweight GOAT. Well, in Pride, he was the middleweight GOAT. He's not the middleweight GOAT, but in Pride he was.
Yeah.
Would you say middleweight GOAT Vanderlei? It was, Anderson Silva?
Dude, for UFC, yeah, it's gotta be.
Or for any MMA is what I'm saying.
Ooh. Well.
Because, Vanderlei in his prime versus Anderson in his prime, basically.
Yeah,
I would say Anderson, though, because Anderson was... The thing with Vanderlei was, okay, he was knocking people out, but then he got knocked out by Crow Cop, and then his fight career kind of went down, after that, and he fought for kind of way too long.
Middleweight, I would definitely have to say middleweight GOAT. As of right now...
And he didn't really fight... I don't think he fought... Vanderlei fought in middleweight after Pride, because middleweight in Pride was 205. It was light heavyweight, I'm pretty sure.
Right. If he ever did went back, it'd definitely be light heavyweight. But, yeah, man, I would definitely have to say middleweight GOAT. Probably have to go to Anderson Silva.
Easy. Yeah.
Now, with not discrediting him, Israel Adesanya.
Adesanya is
could definitely take that title. Sure. That name.
Oh, easy.
He's on this track.
He's winning against so many. Look at this. Look at Diego's got his band out here, but he's winning against everybody. Dude, he made Robert Whittaker.
He took down Robert Whittaker, bro. And Robert Whittaker, you have to understand, defended that title
against Yoel Romero twice.
Yeah, just Romero twice.
I'm pretty sure.
And then I feel like he had somebody else too.
If so, I don't really remember. But
it was definitely no easy task, and man, did he come out, put a show, and just knocked his ass.
I know, bro.
Amazing finish.
What's crazy to me is the way he made Whittaker look. Whittaker's fucking high level. That dude's a high level mixed martial artist. And the way that he made...
Adesanya made it look easy.
Adesanya made it look easy.
Plain and
He stepped... Dude, when Whittaker came in, homie stepped to the left. Boom! Hit him with that one punch at the end of the first round. Homie was out. Dude, it was crazy. I'd never seen nothing like that.
Oh, my God.
No, I'd never seen somebody... dominate Whittaker like that.
Tearing his way up all the way to the Whittaker. Him and Gastelum.
Oh, amazing fight.
Oh, my God.
Amazing fight. I'd say before the Yoel Romero fight, Adesanya never had a boring fight.
Yeah.
But here we go. Diego Sanchez, Kenny Florian. Look at big Diego.
Yeah.
Chris Lieben chilling in the crowd with some fine Hawaiian lady looking like.
Yeah. Honolulu. Escort.
Escort.
It's a hotel girl. He met at the hotel.
Here we go. Diego Sanchez, 23 years old, bro, at the time. Diego was 23.
Both
Kenny was 28.
5'10". Weight, only 1 pound difference. Diego being the heavier, 184.
And then 2-inch reach advantage for Diego. It's really as equal as it can be. Yeah. Both guys young, both guys the same height, different reach, different weight, but literally just barely any difference.
Even
Bruce Buffer looks young as shit.
Dude.
Is that Steve Mazzagatti?
That is, without the glasses and the gray streaks. That is, holy crap.
Kenny Florian was 4-1 at the time. Man, this is so old. I love this. Look at the Giants logo. Dude, you know you're watching old UFC when you see Giants. Of all things, Giants are like fucking Bud Light. I'm gonna drink a Coors Light,
Spike,
cause Bud Light don't pay me nothing.
Anything with the Spike TVs on, man, that was what it was.
Spike, dude, it says Spike TV on the side of the cage.
Diego.
He's angry.
14-0.
14-0 already in his career. Hadn't been to the UFC before, I'm pretty sure. So, Diego Sanchez was going hammy.
Yeah, the winner of this fight, and the way Ultimate Fighters worked all the seasons, was that 2 coaches would come in. Usually would be not UFC veterans, but guys that have been doing MMA for a while.
Yeah.
Competitors.
It would be like two big stars would coach this.
Definitely people that they could make money off their name. And anyways, they would divide these group of guys up, random guys, not ever before, whatever, into professional martial arts, and pick teams out of them.
Yeah.
So each guy would go, and throughout the season, like a bracket or a tournament, would go in advance. And Diego Sanchez and Kenny Florian, those were the two best of Chuck Liddell and Randy Couture's team.
For their middleweight division.
Yeah.
And here we go. Look at those tights, man. You can see Diego rocking the tights, and Kenny's
Florian
rocking the shorts. Yeah, Kenny's in the green, and Diego's in the blue, which is so weird to see them not have any like sponsors on their shit. It's just UFC branded.
No red
But here they go. They are circling each other. Look at Diego throwing his hands down. Yeah, it's obvious these men are looking for an opening, but Kenny Florian's just bouncing for it. It just looks like for no reason.
Yeah, no,
they were young at the
figuring each other out.
Definitely feeling each other out. This Kenny Florian bounce is kind of cutting me up, though. It's weird to like watch this with barely any sound. Oh, Diego rushes forward.
Oh shit! He's initiating takedown.
Yeah, Diego looks like he's gonna go for a single. Yeah.
Kenny Florian's defending with a whizzer in.
Yeah, Kenny's holding that arm, trying to make sure he can't get that left arm down.
Overhook.
Go for a double leg.
Yep.
And Kenny's defending the bottom so Diego doesn't crotch him.
Oh, that was a good knee.
Ooh, nice knee in the body from Kenny. Yeah, I'd probably. Oh shit, that was nice out the clinch. I know. Diego was wasn't he a Division I wrestler in college? I think we saw highlights of that. Oh, look, somebody put their bunny ears behind Chuck. Man, UFC fighters are some fucking clowns.
Diego
bro.
now
Love
secured the takedown.
Oh, he's almost in mount. He's got side control. What's awesome about this is just seeing the up kick, nasty up kick. What's cool? Oh,
that was a close one.
What's cool about seeing these fights at this time was that these fights were in such a different style than modern MMA. Because, like, back around this point in time is when MMA was becoming MMA. It used to be called NHB, which is no holds barred. But look at that roll. Look at that sweep.
Yes.
But now he gets him in full, no, not in full guard. He's still trying. He's rocking the stack guard, yeah.
All right. Gets past.
He's in half.
Nice.
Now he's in mount. Yeah, he is going after the finish, bro. Oh no, Diego's a beast. Look at that. Look at him rolling him over. He's going for the head and arm triangle. Oh no, now he's back in mount, just pounding. Bucks up, gives him his back. Diego does not even want to go for the choke. He's going straight for the finish. It's over. It is over. Diego Sanchez is your middleweight winner. Tough winner.
Wow.
Damn, that was a fast finish. I wasn't expecting that.
You got the job done. That's how you do it.
Yeah, but as I was saying, back then, fighters were becoming hybrid fighters. Because for a while, a lot of fighters had just one style. A lot of people, a lot of tales of the tape back in the day would say exactly what style they are, and they would go use that style specifically to try and end their fights.
Secure them.
And so for a while, you know, from I would say 1993, whenever the UFC started, all the way up until about 2000, you didn't really see anybody who would train in multiple disciplines. But then Frank Shamrock came along and became one of the faces of the UFC in like 98, 99, and he was training kickboxing with Maurice Smith and was training wrestling with his brother Ken in the Lion's Den. So that kind of shifted the focus in MMA from you need to have a ground game to be successful to you need to have all the tools to be successful.
And all around.
That's when it became known as mixed martial arts.
Yep.
And around this time, the style was still evolving. It was still going into its own. And now you see people, the style's so comfortable for a lot of people, they throw crazy-ass moves and kicks and punches and stuff. Oh, Kenny got fucked.
Yeah, he did.
Look at his nose. He's got a big cut on his nose. Diego with an impressive-ass performance, dude. Imagine watching this back in the day being like, damn, dude, Kenny got fucked up. Kenny was being a little too tentative there. Diego was going for the finish straight up. from the beginning. Once he got that double leg.
He did what he had to be done, man. Yeah, he
I
pressured
think
him up against the side of the cage and was reaching. He had a high single.
yeah.
Kenny, had an overhook. Wizard trying to defend it, and man, when they spaced back up, and he went back in, initiated sort of a clinch, and kind of tripped him or swept him under his feet, and it was over with from there.
Yeah, and dude, it's just crazy to me how easy Diego got in mount in that fight. But damn, that's still what an opening, bro. What a first fight, bro.
Man.
Ended TKO.
Could not have gone better, man.
No, definitely. And then next is the fight.
Yes.
The fight, bro. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Rich Franklin and Ken Shamrock fought before Stephen Bonnar and Forrest Griffin, but whenever that fight happens, oh my god, I'm finna have a ball. I'm finna have so much fun.
Question, my man.
Huh?
Right, quick for you. Could she use the bathroom?
Yeah. It's next door. It's just next door right there, like the room right next to mine.
Like, I come out and it's on the right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Cody's girlfriend, Taylor. She's with us. We're just chilling.
Yes, sir. Having a nice Tuesday now, is it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't even know what day it is.
Relaxed. Dude, I know it's so weird, the coronavirus shit going on.
Yeah.
It's such a relaxing time. I've never watched fights with the sound almost completely off.
Yeah, I know, but man, dude, imagine getting that plaque.
No, bro. The
That'd
tough.
be a badass plaque to put in your room. Man.
No, tough finale, bro. I honestly would love to start collecting like MMA knickknacks from forever ago, like cool ass like old ass cups and shit. I got the as real as it gets gloves.
Oh shit.
Man, the old gloves. He won a Scion TC.
He gets a
yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
And he gets a watch. Yo, Diego's having a good time. I love to see Diego smile, man. I want to give him a hug.
Every time. Every time.
That's just Diego Entertainment.
Diego.
What made him so sad in that interview after? He's like, that's just Diego Entertainment for you guys. He was like, Ariel asked him if he can see something. He's like, no.
Maybe Ariel bummed him out, man.
Yeah, maybe so.
Ariel's a weird guy.
I love Ariel Helwani, man. Shout out Ariel Helwani. Big shout out.
Him and Rampage, man. I love them too.
Me too. Let's turn on the subtitles. We definitely gotta do that real quick.
See what's up with that.
Yeah, nice. I don't think it's working now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Diego, he definitely went in, and I think his wrestling definitely helped him with that fight.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Most crucially.
That grounded pound, bro.
Like, if you got to break MMA down to a triangle, right? 3 areas. Your striking, your wrestling, and your holds.
Your clinch game.
Yeah, dude. Pick whatever one you want, man. Be a dog at it.
Yeah.
And see what it gets you.
I mean, think about Habib, bro. His sambo is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't even really use his boxing too much, and he like his fight with Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
That sambo just completely overwhelmed Poirier, which kind of sucks, man, because I thought Poirier had a chance. I thought he had a crazy good chance.
Oh, man.
Because Poirier has really good jiu-jitsu as well as having crazy boxing. His fight, dude, Poirier's fight with Max Holloway is one of the greatest fights of all time.
Yeah.
Easy. And it happened the same night as Adesanya and Gastelum.
Yeah.
The same night, on the same card. That's one of the greatest cards ever. We're going to watch that sometime soon.
Hell yeah. Dude,
Got to.
Fucking, I took me and my little brother to B-Dubs to go watch the Poirier and Khabib fight, man. And so, Louisiana here, that's where we are located.
Yep.
Man, dude, I'm a Khabib fan through and through, bro.
Really?
I'm telling you, the pressure was so high, like, when Dustin was wobbling, had Khabib wobbling, and dude, I'm telling you, the whole B-Dubs was on their feet.
And I'm sitting there,
they
had him in that guillotine, bro, for so long.
3 times, really deep. I'm like, oh my god, this is it. This is really gonna be when the champ loses, bro. And I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't cause I'm the one lone Khabib fan with me and my little brother. Gets a raging Buffalo Wild Wings, so Poirier head, so.
Buffalo Wild Wings is the place to watch fights. I love
Most
watching
definitely.
fights there.
Shout outs to them. Always.
Good wings, and you don't even need to
dude,
pay for the pay-per-view. So
not at all.
just
man.
go in there and watch it, bro. Dude, that's where we watched fucking Masvidal and Nate.
Yeah.
Which that fight.
T-City Holloway.
T-City Holloway was
I know, dude,
216 significant strikes.
5 minutes or 5 rounds straight of just.
I think
pounding,
Max
bro.
has the most significant strikes in UFC history because of that fight.
I think so.
Hey, what? Wait, actually, I don't even think it's 216 significant. I think it's like 216 headshots
Wow.
or something like that. Like it was a shit ton of headshots.
No, he's an end of an era, man. Max Holloway's a dog. That's all there to be.
Hopefully,
Dude,
him and Volkanovski's rematch. Hopefully, he wins.
that.
Oh shit!
Hell
Forrest
yes.
Bonnar versus Forrest Bonnar.
Griffin.
Forrest Bonnar. Forrest Griffin versus Stephen Bonnar.
The ultimate hybrid fighter.
Yeah, look at them. They're in the Hard Rock Hotel
Yep.
coming out. Oh man, this is gonna be great. Light heavyweight finale. Couture and Liddell, bro. Oh man, fucking this fight is the fight. This Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonnar fight is the fight that made the UFC.
Yeah.
This is the fight that everybody wanted to see after like. This is after the Ultimate Fighter was done, after the reality show was finished and the finale was happening. Everyone wanted to see this fight. It was hyped, but nobody knew really how good it was really gonna be.
Yeah, well, nobody knew how good either guy was gonna be.
Yeah,
and
really.
It was just an amazing thing to see them come out and put on that show, bro.
Oh, I know. It was crazy,
it was
man.
something else.
You had fucking like family members calling you like, hey, you gotta watch this.
Yo,
Gotta turn this
did
to
you see
channel.
this?
Turn this to channel. Was it like 41? I think. for me.
41. That's what it was. That's what it was for me,
Yeah.
man. It was 41.
Turn to channel 41, bro. This crazy
40,
fight going on.
40, you had MTV.
Yeah.
41 would be your Spike. So.
For me, it was 40 was A&E, and then 41 was Spike, and then
My bad. It could have been.
I had
that.
Etel.
You had Etel?
Yeah, back in
I'm trying
the
to
day.
think, man. I had Etel too. It was at my mama's house, and fuck. Well, then you know what it could have been. I think 41 was also MTV too there.
Oh,
And
damn, so
and
then-
just once Spike's shows, you know what I mean? Once they ran their course on that channel,
Mhm.
I think it was MTV.
Probably so. Yeah, it's crazy remembering like when
59
I used to
was
watch
sci-fi.
on cable.
60,
Oh yeah,
60 was Comedy Central.
bro. Yeah,
Dude, hell yeah.
Cable's great. Cable's very underrated nowadays.
It is.
Shout out Cable.
Shout
I love watching ESPN all the time, or
Yeah,
fucking
man.
MTV, because they got ridiculousness, which is pretty. Look at him holding Dana White's hand. Dana White looks so awkward.
Uncle Dana.
Here we go, bro. This fight, bro. I'm super excited to watch this. I've seen this fight so many times. How many times have you seen it?
Man, I'd have to say probably once or twice.
Once or
but,
twice?
Man,
I've seen this fight like probably 5-6 times. It was
I mean, you can't. It's unforgettable.
yeah, it's one of the greatest back and forth fights ever.
Absolute war.
It kind of sucks that the main event, which was Rich Franklin and Shamrock, got overshadowed by this fight, but that's the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah, honestly.
Was that because this shows that the Ultimate Fighter was legit. You know, it was gonna make stars. It was gonna make people
Yeah.
who could lead the UFC into the next generation, and that's exactly what they
It
wanted.
was,
That's what they
yeah,
needed.
This honestly is probably how UFC found more people, more names
Yeah.
to
I
attract
think
viewers.
Diego Sanchez became one of the fucking most exciting fighters ever,
Most definitely.
and he had that crazy fight with Gilbert, and then fucking Forrest Griffin was the first dude to beat Shogun Rua in the
Yeah.
UFC. Shogun's first fight in the UFC was versus Forrest Griffin, and Forrest Griffin won that fight.
Yeah.
That's insane. Shogun was a fucking beast, man.
Shogun Rua was
Shogun Rua
a
is
legend, man.
is definitely
It
one.
was definitely really good.
Yeah, he's got to be. I mean, he's not on the Mount Rushmore, but he's definitely close.
Yeah.
One of them
He's
close.
He's on the trail. He's on the Appalachian
Yeah,
Trail.
he's on the Appalachian
Somewheres.
Trail somewhere. Definitely.
Yeah, man, that's really crazy. Like you,
Wait, no, it's the Rockies.
the Rockies.
It's the Rocky Mountains.
It
yeah.
is. It is. Appalachian Trail is just the dumb trail mountains.
Yeah,
Nothing
the
really
Rocky
special.
Mountain Trail.
Yeah.
It's on the Rocky Mountain Trail somewhere.
He's like honorable mention, basically.
Yeah.
You got his name on a plaque before you see the big faces on the mountain.
Anderson's definitely on Mount Rushmore.
definitely.
Easy. Him.
Definitely.
Randy.
Liddell. You gotta think who put UFC.
If we're just talking about
up there for
UFC,
the longest?
if we're talking about MMA,
MMA.
then you
yeah.
gotta put Hoist Gracie, because he was like the first
Ah,
guy that everybody knew.
One of the fathers.
Boss Rutan, probably. I would say Anderson. And, whoa, Chuck. Or no, McGregor.
McGregor.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
it's
man.
it's not even like greatness. It's more just reputation when it comes to like overalls. But if we're just talking about UFC, then Anderson, yeah. Chuck,
Dude, I think
Randy,
Yeah.
and
McGregor.
McGregor, yeah, definitely.
Man, that's crazy.
But still, shout out to all the honorable mentions out there. Because with MMA, man, you can't even really talk about a Mount Rushmore, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you can talk about a Mount Rushmore and, like, objectively with, like, professional wrestling because it's obvious.
Because, well, see, the thing is, it's like, the math behind it, and coming from a wrestler, man, I feel like this applies to any combat sports or just, I don't know, what's the word?
What, to any, like, martial art or any...
Any sort of sport that involves you and another person and a winner and a loser.
Yeah,
1v1.
just 1v1, yeah.
Anything like that, man, the math behind it does not make sense.
No,
because
it doesn't. It's not
Because
no.
you can beat this guy, but he beats two guys that you've lost to. But you beat that guy every time. But the two guys you lost to, the next time you face them, you trash them. And then now you can't beat the guy that was beating them.
Yeah.
So, like, it really makes no sense. And it goes the same way with this MMA stuff.
So, at this point in the show, Forrest, Griffin, and Stephen Bonnar are having their hype package.
Yep.
Showing Forrest doing some shadow boxing and... Hold up. Yeah.
Rona.
Woo! Bless me. Alright, well...
Yes.
Showing Stephen Bonnar talking, Forrest Griffin talking, just to let y'all know, like, if y'all in the same spot as us. Now the Ultimate Fighter logo's up there. But,
Cauliflower ears.
dude, I'm telling you, man. Like it's been said 10 million times, anything can happen in MMA.
Oh my god.
Anything.
That's crazy.
Bro. Anderson Silva got knocked out by Chris Weidman.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Of all people.
Dude, that was crazy.
Chris Weidman, bro.
Oh my god.
Luke Rockhold gets destroyed by Michael Bisping.
Yep.
And it gets destroyed by Michael Bisping again.
Dude, you want to talk about anything can happen? Blink of an eye? 4 seconds. Jorge Masvidal, Ben Askren.
Ben Askren.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Ben Askren. Fucking, what was he? He was 19-0.
Yeah.
19-0. Had just came off of a controversial decision to Robbie Lawler, but it was still a good fight.
Those were all, or majority all, one championship victories?
Yeah, one championship, Bellator.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And, so, you know, you go into it and you're like, oh yeah, Funky Ben, bro. Funky Ben, you know, 19-0, bro. He's been talking shit, you know. He's,
dude, Jorge was not putting up with it.
He's one of the greatest wrestlers outside of the UFC.
Yeah.
And so, dude, Jorge said, fuck that. Just fucking KOs him in 5 seconds. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in MMA. Literally anything can happen. Doesn't matter if, you know, somebody has greater Vegas odds than the other person.
Yeah,
it does not matter at all.
It could change in the quick.
Zhang, like, this is what's crazy. Zhang versus Joanna. People were thinking before that fight, like you know, of course they're going to look at that fight, but they were thinking Adesanya and Romero was going to be the one to steal the show, to end the show. Little did they know. I was thinking this before. I told my boy Landon, I said, Landon, bro, I think Zhang and Joanna is going to be the greatest women's fight of all time. It has the potential to be the greatest women's fight of all time. And he was like, yeah, we'll see. And then it happened. And we were like, oh my god. This is the greatest women's fight ever.
Shit.
And so, yeah, dude, anything can happen in MMA. And it's such a beautiful sport because of that. You never know what's going to happen. That's why it's the greatest to watch. It's because you never know. I mean, dude, fucking Conor knocking out Cowboy in like 40 seconds. That was insane. Using those shoulder strikes.
Constantly got to stay on top. Constantly got to keep your game, evolving. You cannot be stagnant.
No, you cannot be stagnant. You have to. Oh, look at Stephen coming out, bro. These two guys were beasts, man. From Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah.
Hammond. But yeah, dude. Fucking these guys were both phenomenal fighters.
Yes, they were.
This is another one of them cases that anything can happen in MMA. You go in the first fight, totally expecting Kenny Florian and Diego to have a competitive match.
Right.
Diego
first round
floors him. It's over with. And so, this one was definitely one of them. This fight is a banger. Yeah, they just stood and said, "Look at that Spike TV logo, man." That's so sick.
Deadliest Warrior was my show too. 1,000 Ways to Die, dude. Spike.
They had a Deadliest Warrior video game.
Yeah, Spike was cool, man. Back then, like that was the damn channel for me, anyways. Like,
oh yeah,
Spike was cool.
It was the channel for men, like it was the men channel.
Yeah, they would have the roasts on there of all celebrities.
Look at Josh fucking Koscheck. From Chuck Liddell. Is that his girl?
I don't know. I'm not sure who Willa Ford is, but
shout out. Probably is, because look at Randy, got his girl on his arm.
Yeah, but they didn't put her name on that.
Yeah, I know.
Chuck just might have a little piece, man, or a little actress or something.
You know what's a great fight that I forgot about? Randy Couture and Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira.
Bigfoot.
Fucking no, that's not Bigfoot.
Not Bigfoot.
That's Minotauro.
Yeah, my bad. I'm Brazilians, man.
Yeah. Them goddamn Brazilians. Love them.
Brazilians. Man, tell the tape here between...
Completely equal.
Completely.
Like, it's ridiculous.
2-year age gap. Forrest Griffin being the younger at 26.
1 pound difference. 203, 204. And Forrest Griffin weighs 1 more pound than Stephen Bonnar. Exactly. Same reach. 77 inches, bro.
Same height. This is... as even as you can possibly get.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost poetic.
Yeah.
It's almost poetic of two fighters that are super equal in almost everything that they do going against each other right here. This is just one of those fights, man. It's just one of those fights where, you didn't really know what you're going to get out of it going in. But
how far away is Athens from Glasgow?
Like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Hour and a half, 2 hours. That's fine.
It's one of those fights you really didn't know what was going to happen going into it. But once you saw it, you were
more towards, like,
thoroughly entertained.
Damn.
Man.
Crazy.
And this is the fight that saved the UFC, though.
Yeah.
Same height, same reach, 9-1 record. I didn't see Forrest's record though.
He's 9-2. So damn, the records almost.
The records are almost even, yeah.
Like, bro, it's crazy.
Like I said, it's almost poetic, man. The way that this fight happened.
Dana White's like clapping, like
Dana White's like, this is gonna be great.
I figured it out.
Like,
I figured it out.
Herb Dean does.
Oh my god.
I love Herb. That's my boy. He was fat.
He was.
He got kind of skinny over the years.
I think he had to, man. Keep up with the fighters. Like,
Oh yeah, walk around the cage fast enough. Here we go.
No glove touch.
No glove touch. They're both feeling each other out here, just kind of. Oh, Forrest already with
stepping with
a left hand and a right.
Right.
Nice.
All right, level change.
Stephen Bonnar with a good straight. Oh, good leg kick there, Stephen Bonnar. I think that's the thing we're gonna see in this fight specifically is a good bit of leg kicks thrown.
Yeah.
Stephen Bonnar, and that was. The thing is, they're feeling each other out, but they're really trying to get in there right now. They're really trying to prove themselves, and so, they're both.
Both of these dudes want it. They want it.
Oh yeah, they are hungry, as the term goes. They are very hungry. I love seeing fucking young Forrest Griffin, man. That's always such a good memory. Ooh, uppercuts in the clinch and a nice right hand out of it.
He's a dog, man. They both are. Both the dogs, absolutely.
Look, the way that he steps in, Forrest is noticing that Stefan's dipping to the right and moving to the left. He's dipping to the right, moving to the left, so he threw that combination. Nice clinch.
There you go.
This is a big point in this fight too. Is Forrest's clinch work is very beautiful in this fight. I was watching Forrest commentate over this fight, and he's the most modest dude ever. He is shitting all over his own technique the entire time. He's just like, man, I don't know why I threw that like that. I don't know why I did that. But I feel like that's everybody. Yeah, I listen to my own music sometimes, and I'm like, shit. I needed to do something different here, but people tend to like it, so I'm happy about that.
There you go.
Oh, here we go, Forrest.
Ooh.
Going in.
Good duck with the right follow.
Oh, spinning back kick.
Spinning back kick by Bonnar.
Right to the body. Head kick. Look at these guys throwing here.
Dude, they're
oh
throwing.
Man, this is beautiful.
They're wilding.
Slug fest.
Holy
oh man, this is beautiful. Look at that clinch knees right here by Forrest. Tags him on the
right hand off the break.
Yeah, very nice right hand off the break. He's got that Muay Thai clinch wrap. Now he's got underhooks.
All right.
These guys are going ham, dude.
Audience.
And this is the first time.
Rightfully so.
The first time, homies. This is the first time I believe Mike Goldberg said, "So do you want to be an Ultimate Fighter?"
Yep.
Oh look, they're both going for that Muay Thai clinch. Look at that elbow. Nice right hand by Bonnar. Both these guys going for it, bro. Nice sweep, but Stephen
Forrest,
gets on top.
Initiates a right outside sweep with the foot. Bonnar definitely switched over with his hips.
Yeah, very nice.
So
Bonnar gets on top. He's in half guard, but Forrest right now is trying to initiate a hip escape. There he goes.
Single. He's got his underhook. Knees
right to the body. Dude, Forrest's clinch work in this fight is beautiful.
Those do not feel good.
What? Those body knees?
Yeah,
no,
man.
Not at all.
Me and Corey were just messing around weightlifting, and was doing that with each other. Man, after about 2 or 3, I was like, God damn.
Oh, man. Both of these guys, sorry to interrupt you, bro.
Ooh.
But I definitely know how that feels, bro. I got kneed. Me and my boy Reno, we were sparring this one time, just messing around. And I initiated a... Oh!
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Landed.
That was beautiful.
That might have been it.
He grazed him with that. He had him in a clinch
Bounced
situation. He threw him into the cage. If that would have been the greatest knockout ever. if that would have knocked him out.
Yes, indeed.
Man, both these guys, this is amazing. Like, because they're both such high level fighters. They were so great in their time. Oh, that knee. Oh, look at that overhand right. Forrest Griffin. Oh, look at that left hand.
All right, teeing off.
Yeah, Stephen's coming forward here. Both guys swinging. Oh,
nice
that
hooks.
knee. That was a nasty knee in the clinch. Pops Forrest's head up. Forrest gets the gut wrench, though. He's got the back. He's, like, getting his underhooks right here. He's got one underhook in. Now he's in half guard, but it looks like a side mount.
I don't know if he tried initiating some work off the ground, but I don't know how it's working for him anyways right now.
Yeah, this is a pretty fight, man.
Definitely got to figure out something here. Forrest is going to have his way with him.
Yeah. But Stephen Bonnar, the thing about him is he has very, very good jiu-jitsu. I mean, look at this. Look at the way he gets out of this. Look, Forrest gets his back. Forrest trying to roll forward. But then Stephen realizes that he can come out the back door.
Out the back door, yep.
Right there.
Perfect.
Comes out the back door, grabs a leg. But Forrest has his arm.
Yep.
Forrest has his arm.
Slam him.
Slam him. But he broke it up. Into the first round.
Oh, yeah. Awesome first round.
Dude, one of the greatest first rounds in history. Look, Forrest is fucking hurt already. He's out of gas.
Fuck yeah.
That was when I was watching.
Everybody's on their feet.
Oh, yeah.
This was it.
This is when people were calling you during the commercial break. Tune into Spike TV right now, bro. Put it on channel 41, bro. You gotta see this fight. And good Lord, did I see this fight, man? So, as a kid, I'd never seen something like this in my life. And I didn't even really know what I was watching. You know, like when you're 5 years old, you don't really exactly know what's going on all the time.
You don't have anybody to cheer for or a side to pick or nothing. You're just like watching it.
Yeah, here we go. Both guys know what they're capable of, so they're being a little tentative here at the beginning stages of the second round. I would be. Good Lord, after a round like that, bro, it's got to be crazy it's got to be pretty crazy to for your psyche going into the second round, knowing that both guys were rocked, both guys were in like compromising positions on the ground.
Both of them coming out in orthodox stance here, left foot forward.
Yeah. Ooh, spinning back fist and then goes for a right.
Yep. Mixing it up, throwing different.
That was, dude.
Ooh.
He is throwing
Bonnar,
those beautiful
Bonnar's
left
teeing off.
straights. Those beautiful left straights, but look, like he's going for a single leg sweep here.
All right.
That
Stephen Bonnar's holding 2 overhooks. All right, sinks it back just to 1
look,
now.
he's got his foot on the cage. Look, he's trying to get his right foot through.
It's leaking.
Yeah, that's Forrest.
There you
Forrest's
go.
nose got broke. At this point, Forrest's nose is broken. He's breathing through his mouth. Oh my God! Oh, look at that! Hit the slugfest on the
Man.
ground.
Does not care.
Man, they should. I wonder if they teach head movement on the ground, bro. Like,
Forrest smiling through it.
look at that. Forrest knowing that he has to breathe only through his mouth now. He cannot breathe through his nose. He is. Look, he's smiling, man.
Yeah, man.
There's some kind of heart, some kind of fucking heart to do that.
It's a whole nother level, man. To be doing that.
This is a close fight, man. No matter what, the first time I watched this, I didn't know who was gonna win. Man, look at this. Boom, right there. Right, that straight left.
Bam,
I had a
every
feeling
time.
that hurt him. Look at how
Every
he's moving
time.
back. He notices that something's wrong. Something's wrong there. Yeah, he can't blow out through his nose.
Yep.
If you guys are casual fight fans, if you don't know about this, if you have a broken nose and you blow out through your nose and you blow that blood clot out, your eye will swell up. Oh my God, these guys are just slugging it out. And now Bonnar's going for the takedown, but
Toss him around.
Forrest switches. He switches stances here and he's going for that trip again, but now he's just
Working for
throwing
that
knees.
Outside trip. There we go.
Oh, nice knee out the clinch by Bonnar. Bonner's moving his head. They both guys are.
Yep.
Oh man, they are throwing a reckless abandon. This is such an amazing fight. Oh
God.
man. Oh, Bonnar eats that left hand right to the face, right to the chin. Yeah, look now he's going for. He's got his arm. He could have went for a hip toss there.
All right.
Oh, he's going for the head here. No, Muay Thai clinch knees. Nice.
Successfully defended.
Good switch, but he's defending him very nicely though. Bonnar is blocking him.
Yep.
Oh man, look at that right hand out
Live
there.
to fight another round. All right.
Yeah, look at Forrest turning his back to him. Forrest
Man.
is
Dude, they're
gassed.
poofed out, man.
This is crazy. Both guys have Muay Thai clinch. Oh, that knee out the clinch.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
brutal.
Bonnar,
Forrest
a
is
crucial
rocked.
knee.
Misses that one right there. Gets that one
Nice
right to the
the
body.
ribs.
Man, the clinch work by both men, the Muay Thai by both men in this fight is beautiful. They're not
Yes.
going for a lot of kicks, but man, is that clinch ever successful?
Letting
was a
up knee.
Good
Ooh,
takedown
ooh.
there. Oh no, somebody's getting kneed here. Oh,
Man.
Forrest right to the face.
Just going through, eating it.
Yeah, Forrest has a broken nose.
They do not care.
A broke fucking nose. He's leaking blood everywhere. He just does not give a fuck.
It wouldn't stop you. You trying to fight for the Ultimate Fighter, man.
Yeah, look, these fans, this is one of the first fights in America that was like this. Back in the day, Japan and Pride was what really had these crazy slugfest wars, like Don Fry and Yoshihiro Takayama
Yeah.
style fights. Oh my God, this
Dude.
is crazy. But this in America was known as like the first real war. Like that you would see in the modern era, like a modern MMA
This came out in
slugfest.
2005, season 1.
Yeah.
Dude, YouTube also just came out, bruh. Like Dresdan was saying, you were getting phone called. You were getting everybody you could tell, or everybody that you know was telling you, dude, tune in this fight,
Yeah,
man. You
watch
gotta
this
see what
right
the hell
now.
is happening.
'Cause-
What's going on? Dude, just watch it. Just watch
And as
it,
soon as
man.
you tuned in, you saw two guys throwing down, both throwing left straights right to each other's face.
Beating
Oh,
the dog
man.
snot out of each other.
Dude, Forrest is rocked right here. He's not spaghetti wobbled though, so he's definitely
Yeah.
got a chin on him.
That is true.
Knee, that was a beautiful knee. It was kind of slow though. Nice. He's going for that
Attempts
trip.
the outside trip again.
Man, that's beautiful technique. The way that he has wrist control.
Yeah, he sinks it in with a right underhook and holds the other Bonnar's hand with his left hand.
Yeah, and then
Man, leaves the face wide open for a knee. Or anything, really.
dude, the
Elbow.
way they're working this Muay Thai clinch is beautiful. Oh, nice uppercut. Man, look at these guys. They're both gassed. Look at Forrest bending over. Yeah, dude. Everybody's standing on their feet. It's literally the second round. It's not even the end of the fight, and everyone is on their feet. This was a moment in history. This is the reason why the UFC is still a thing today.
Oh yeah.
If this fight had never happened, the UFC would be running ballrooms and shit. They wouldn't be running these crazy venues like the Sky Dome or, MGM Grand and like Madison Square Garden. They would have never have gotten Madison Square Garden without this fight.
The one in Abu Dhabi for Khabib and Poirier. Dude,
yeah,
that one was massive, man.
Huge events. I like the one with GSP and Shields in the Tokyo Dome, the fucking the Sky Dome.
Oh my god!
But yeah, this is the turning point for the UFC. They were in the what was it?
In the hole. They were in the financial hole, and man, they were really banking on this Ultimate Fighter first season of it.
Yeah,
turn out good profits and whatnot. Man, they made a good bet with it.
Their first exposure. Hey, mama. This was their first exposure, like, on cable. Yes. They were always on pay-per-view, and the UFC always had a stigma about it being human cockfighting, whatever the fuck. You know, people that fought in the UFC had not much skill, but... So
you got to watch this for free. It was on Spike TV, and man, if you didn't like fighting before, man.
Yeah. This fight completely changed a lot of people's perspectives about mixed martial arts, because originally it was a fucking just bleed, like that's what people thought. They thought of that guy with the fucking red paint on, talking about he just wants to see blood. Like that's what they thought every fight fan was, and that's what they thought every fighter wanted, and it was not like that at all. These are two high level fighters going in wanting to make a living. And they're trying to see who's the best one. And man, both guys are trading, and it's so beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that nice left straight. Goes for a leg kick, misses. Both guys are tired right now. They're kind of conserving their energy, but they are still throwing. Oh man! Every time they throw down, they throw, and then they get into that clinch situation, and it's
Bonnar's cranking high, very tight on that left overhook.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Jumping knee!
Nice.
Right to the face.
Switch knee, man, that was crazy. The athleticism it takes required to do this stuff too.
Yeah, dude, I can't even do a round of boxing for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I just wrestled for 4 years. I'm still retaining pretty good shape, man. I couldn't do this for
fucking 25 minutes.
15 to 25 minutes.
These guys go 15 minutes, 3 rounds, and throw in 3 of the closest rounds ever, easily. Oh my god, look at those rights and lefts from Bonnar. But Forrest maintaining that clinch work, that is such a
saves him.
That's such a great point in his game in this fight, is that clinch work.
IQ. That's very, very well awareness, He knew he's getting pieced up at a distance. I'm going to close it and be able to breathe.
Yep.
And hey, that's what you got to do.
Look at that. Oh, man, that nice right. Left and right. He catches him with that right hand while Bonnar's face is moving sideways. The way he's dipping.
Yeah, such an iconic.
Look at that. Oh. Oof. Leg kick. Iconic what?
That's such an iconic setup, that 1-2.
Yeah.
Max Holloway using it.
Max Holloway is...
Diaz brothers, man.
Yeah.
1-2.
Nick,
so good.
What's crazy is Nick comes around about 2 years after this fight. He comes around in the UFC. Well, actually, he goes to Pride in 2007. He was in the UFC, I think, 04 or 05. He comes around, and once he fights Robbie Lawler is when kind of everything kind of changed for Nick Diaz. It showed his boxing, and it kind of changed the way people view lightweights at the time, or like welterweights. Showed that you can have that high level boxing and jiu-jitsu in the. Oh my god. Yeah, Nick was in a lot of wars, man. But this fight is insanity. Look at these guys just throwing. Every single punch counts, bro. Right here. Gosh. That was a good left by Forrest.
You know what's crazy too? They're in the moment too, man. They know they're doing this shit.
Yeah, they know they're having the greatest fight.
Yes.
One of the greatest fights of all time. This is top 5.
Living it up.
Easily top 5 ever.
Man. I can't tell you what that feeling is like. That's such a good
Oh,
feeling.
man. Bonnar with that 1-2, and then he goes for that level change. He goes for the double leg, but now he's got high overhooks. But
sitting with the over-under.
Look at that. Oh, look. He's got that body lock, but he's trapped the arm, so
Nice.
only way he can defend it is using that bulldog-ish headlock. Oh, man. Now they're defending it with punches. These guys.
60 seconds to go. See how it unfolds.
Final minute in the Stephen Bonnar and Forrest Griffin fight. The crowd is on their feet, bro.
Ultimate
I would be
Fighter
too.
One finale. Wow.
Dude, this is how many years ago is this? 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
15 fucking years ago.
I am 19 now. That is crazy.
Yeah, bro. This was in like a very big transition period for the country at the time. And
yeah, man.
A lot of stuff was going on.
Hands on the waist, just trying to breathe, man.
Yeah.
Just trying to.
Look at that. Oh, whoa, wheel kick.
Oh, man. Dude, that would have been devastating.
Yeah. Stephen's now just throwing whatever he can. And Forrest initiates the clinch again. Initiates the Muay Thai clinch.
Yep.
That worked for him so hard in this fight,
Both
man.
have a single necktie. There you go.
Beautiful. Oh, nice knee right there by Forrest Griffin.
2 follow-up knees. Just barely miss overhand.
Here we go. 6 seconds left.
4.
Both guys
3,
throwing all they can.
2, 1.
And there we go.
Yes, indeed.
There is one of the greatest fights ever.
Absolutely.
Of all time. That fight is just glorious. That is just, bro, that is like the, you know, the movie fucking what was it called, Gladiator?
Yes, with Russell Crowe.
That is,
Are you
not
entertained?
Yeah, that is literally what this fight is.
Oh,
Like,
man.
that is a phenomenal movie too.
Dude.
Are you not entertained? Like, that is exactly.
Like, think of it then, man. Like, you just watch this. You watched it for free on TV.
Yeah.
You're now you're sitting back and you're thinking like, holy wow, that
You're
was
like,
the craziest thing I've ever seen. And like,
yeah, but
like,
now
and this is a whole organization. These people do it every night, every week. Like, oh my god.
now you're really thinking, all right, who won?
Boom.
You're thinking,
oh my god.
thinking-
That would have been.
You're thinking, who the fuck won this fight?
Yes. Nail biter.
Yeah, who won? This is as close as it gets. This is like Zhang and Joanna close.
Yeah.
It's like and this fight, I think they both did equally as much damage to each other.
For sure. Both equally as gas. Both equally put in the work.
Yeah, they got bad cuts. Both of them have bad cuts. Forrest fucking nose is broke. But who got more significant strikes? They don't tell you this back in the game. Back in the
Back
game.
in the gap. Back in the game. Yeah, no. That's.
I almost said gay, but back in the game, back in the gap, back in the day. That's what I meant to say.
Yes.
Is they never told you. They never had any graphs or any
The criteria wasn't as clear as it is now.
Yeah.
Like,
they. All right.
you definitely could figure out who would
Let me turn up the volume real quick for this.
Ladies and gentlemen in attendance here tonight, and the millions of UFC fans watching around the world,
Yes, indeed.
you have just witnessed 3 rounds of the greatest action seen inside the octagon in the history
Yeah.
of UFC. Let's have a big hand for these UFC light heavyweight warriors.
Had to hear that, bro. That right there, just Bruce Buffer. He
So
wasn't even supposed to say that. I mean, you know, like he said.
Scripted.
He said that because it was, you know, that's what it was. It was one of the greatest fights in history. Had to let it be known.
And it did. It's not between like the 2 greats or nothing like that. Like
It's 2 young fighters.
both respectable, both really good careers.
This is when Forrest Griffin gets the decision.
Pull away with the decision.
It's Stephen Bonnar.
Stephen Bonnar.
You know they both got contracts
Yeah.
after this fight. Easy. I
course.
mean, look, man. Everybody's on their feet. Look, Forrest picks him up, gives him a hug, tells him that he's a great fighter, and they had a great
Amazing
fight in
fight.
his ear.
It's an amazing fight. I know he was sad he didn't get the decision, but man, you cannot be sad. about
Cannot
that
be
one.
sad after that fight. No, not at all. Both guys.
They went in, gave it their all. That's what you can ask for. That's what
And you know you really did some shit whenever fucking Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell are on their feet
Oh my
during
God.
your fight. During your fight, Chuck Liddell and Randy Couture are on their feet, just loving everything.
Yes.
It's phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surely unforgettable.
We go round one
Get the
highlights.
highlights.
Spinning back kick to the body was
Man.
nice. And then he hit him with that head kick. Man,
Ooh, ooh,
both guys
ooh.
slugging.
Oh man, this is where they spent the gas tanks, man.
Yeah, in that
All
first
out.
round. This was, man, this is a textbook war. I mean, this is a, look at that, boom.
Oh my god, it was so close.
If that would have connected, man.
Oh man, dude, the freaking wheel kick round 3.
Yeah, that
that
wheel kick
shit
from
would have
round 3.
connected. Oh my god. Let's see, round 2.
What a beautiful fight, man. This is what I love watching stuff like this, because these fighters, they didn't go, you know, it wasn't one crazy, like, it was a crazy slugfest, yeah, but it wasn't one of those ones where it was like, all out, you know, Diego Sanchez style
Yeah.
type shit. This was calculated punches.
Mhm.
This was power technique. This was everything put together.
I
Like,
must say, if you wanted to watch something that sorta comes close to this, sorta, mind you,
yeah,
man, someday, man, we'll have to rewatch Holloway and Ortega.
yeah,
That
definitely.
one, I would probably put amongst the ranks with this.
Yeah, that
was
fight
a
was
slobber
amazing.
knocker, yeah.
But the thing was,
It was very one-sided. Don't get
very
me wrong.
one-sided.
I mean, you come to the end of it, man. One of them
Definitely
looks
wasn't a
unscathed.
decision finish.
Right.
But I would say the fight, a modern fight that was closest to this, it would probably be Zhang and Joanna,
Yeah, man.
easily.
Easily.
But I mean, that was a 5-rounder. So, I mean, because both these guys were just, they were piecing each other up very well. They both were, and they were equal, just like Zhang and Joanna. They would throw so much. It was a crazy back and forth. Nobody got wobbled.
Yeah.
Nobody got seriously wobbled or rocked or dropped.
Somebody dropped, right. Yeah.
It was just two guys standing toe to toe.
Got the
Look at this
keys
guy,
to
he
another scion.
Got another scion. Look at that. Prize vehicle may not reflect
Actual vehicle
vehicle.
to the fighters.
Good
Oh,
lord.
yeah.
But
He gets the new
he gets
Rolly.
the Rolly.
Don't actually know if it's a Rolex, but it looks pretty nice.
Yeah,
I
that's a
must
big
say.
ass box that comes in
Hell
for
yeah.
that watch.
This thing the size of Forrest Griffin's foot.
Yeah,
Still
look at Stefan coming up, man. Those guys
Both.
gotta be good friends now.
Both
I know they
contracts.
probably are.
Yeah.
They both got contracts. Just-
went in, gave it their all.
It's crazy, man. How you whew.
Man.
Like, imagine
Wonderful fight.
imagine if you saw something like this on the Contender Series today. Like,
Yeah,
if you
man.
saw a fight like this on the Contender Series,
Right.
both guys getting contracts, it's crazy. You know, but like this fight, they proved themselves. After this build up, you know, of such a long time, the Ultimate Fighter
Yeah.
reality show.
Yeah, we get to watch it all simultaneous, you know, the finale right here and now. But yeah, you gotta also think at the time, 2005, you had to keep up with this every week. Every week was a new episode.
Yeah.
Every week, the fighters either had a bye week or would advance further into their brackets.
Yep.
And man,
After this fight,
what an awesome finish! What an awesome culmination of the season.
the ratings were so good. They had millions of people watching. The ratings were so good for the season and the finale that, all right, they didn't have a contract with Spike for the next season at all
Or
throughout
they
the
immediately
entire show.
they had
Throughout
to
the
make
entire show. And so Dana White signed the motherfucking contract in the parking lot.
Hell yeah.
In the parking lot. So, yeah, it just shows you the
Money.
magnitude of this card, the magnitude of this fight. There's only
Forrest
3 fights
Griffin
on
and
this card.
Stephen Bonnar, man.
What's crazy is we still have one more fight to go.
Yeah,
and,
we do.
and that fight I've never ever heard of. This one though, you hear this one everywhere. This
Dude.
overshadowed every other fight on this card.
Dude, Dana White could not be happier. He's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
I
he's,
just did
he's
it.
like, I'm
This
getting that
is it.
Spike deal in the parking
This
lot.
is the fight. I just did it, man. Forrest Griffin, your season
This is one of the
Ultimate Fighter.
fairy tale storybook style endings or stories for, you know, an era of the UFC. I mean, they were in the dark. They were not having good business, and then this happened. and they were having the best business, and they've been riding that wave ever since. And now the UFC, I would say MMA is on par with soccer, with being such a great worldwide sport.
Oh my God, man! You want to talk about worldwide? Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got fans chanting, "Oh,
Yeah.
like that's a soccer chant, you know, and it's cool when you go to
Because
other countries and stuff, and they
it channels so much stuff. Like, you don't have to be this or that to
Yeah.
like so and so MMA, fighter. Like, Khabib, he's Russian and he's Muslim, comes from a village in Dagestan. That's why the whole Eastern Hemisphere likes him. Man, I just like him because the dude's a wrestler,
Yeah.
undefeated. He's a dog. He goes in and he does what he does best. I smash your boy.
I smash your boy.
But like it's crazy. So it doesn't take much to get into it, and man, the
Yeah.
sport is just
It's-
constantly evolving, and it was all made right here.
Yeah, right here. This
made
was
possible from this season, this show.
like
TV
if
show.
UFC 1 was the birth,
Of
this was
pay-per-view.
the coming of age.
yes
This was the
graduation.
Yeah,
This-
exactly. This was the senior year
Yes.
of the UFC.
Hell yes.
Here we go. Rich Franklin, Ken Shamrock.
Yep.
Ken Shamrock, Lions Den trainer. Ugh, man, I haven't seen a Ken Shamrock fight in a long time. How long has it been since that man has fought?
Too long, man. But listen, my man, I'm gonna have to roll out. I'm gonna have to cut the fight companion a little early.
Alright, I
my
got you.
personal self, anyways. But yeah, go handle some yard work, folks. You have a amazing Tuesday
Alright.
afternoon, and we will be with y'all next time. Until then.
All right, boys, we're gonna cut this one a little short, but it's cool. Cody's just got something to do. But anyway, this has been the Turnover MMA. I have been Dresdan Moore,
Thank you, Dresdan, for having me, Cody Comeaux, as your guest.
and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, we'll have some news to cover.
Yes, hopefully, man. It's just kind of dry out here right now, and there's nothing we can really do about it. So till then, stay golden.
Yeah. Also, watch that TUF finale if you haven't.
Yes.
Anyway, later.